Meet the newest member of the ZigGarage, the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 in its celestial red trim. Now last time around, Jehan answered some important questions about Royal Enfield's flagship motorcycle, and this time after riding this bike for a few weeks, we have clarity on some important aspects of this cruiser. And more importantly, we'll tell you which one you should buy and why. Now let's start with a bit of math. The Interstellar green variant that you see here will cost you around 3.64 lakh, and the celestial red will set you back by 3.75 lakh. Now that's a difference of almost 11,000 rupees. And for the additional money that you pay for the celestial variant, you get this touring windshield, the touring seat, this pillion backrest, and of course this fancy color. Of course, even if you opt for the base variant or the mid variant, you can always purchase these components from Royal Enfield's official catalogue. But as you can see, you'll end up spending more than if you would have directly purchased the celestial variant. And you'll be surprised to know how these components change the riding experience with the Super Meteor 650. The lack of a windshield on the Interstellar variant makes you sort of an air dam. So you just don't face the wind blast, but it also affects the fuel efficiency. However, on the celestial variant here, thanks to this windshield, there's a clear aero advantage. And with this, we have managed to extract 3 kmpl more than that variant. However, it's still a lot less than that of the Interceptor 650. But the Celestial is not just more fuel efficient than that variant, but is a lot more comfier. Now, if I were to choose between these two variants purely based on their appearance, it would undoubtedly be the Interstellar variant. Cause come on, with this coupe seat, it looks so much cooler. But even though this one looks cooler, I don't see myself riding over 100 kilometers at a stretch because of this seat. Because of the shape, you end up sitting in a position where your tailbone is prone to the impacts of potholes and speed bumps. The way the rear suspension is set up, your back ends up taking the brunt of any and every undulation, which is not the case with the Celestial variant. Though this has the same suspension, the shape of the seat and the extra cushioning takes care of most bumps and potholes, and only the sharpest one can be felt. And because you aren't sinking into the seat like on the Interstellar variant, your arms aren't stretched as much, which will reduce fatigue on long rides. Now, this windshield should help in reducing fatigue for most riders because the wind blast is greatly reduced. Why most riders? Because for my 5'11" frame, I still get helmet buffeting, and which is more irritating since my torso is isolated from the wind blast because of this windshield. And on hot days like this, I really miss that breeze. So for anyone who's shorter than 5'10", this should be of great help on the highway. Now this is a no-brainer. There's no way I am letting a closed one sit on this seat. Heck, even I don't see myself going pillion on this bike. But what I recommend to every Super Meteor buyer is getting this pillion backrest. Since there's no grab rail on this backrest adds a sense of safety. But pairing this with the touring seat is a different experience altogether. Since there's more cushioning on this, the ride gets all the more comfier. And thanks to the touring seat, there's more real estate for the rider and pillion, and you don't find yourself brushing against each other. Also, thanks to the straight exhaust pipes, the foot peg position for the pillion is a lot better compared to that of the Interceptor 650 or the Continental GT 650. That said, taller pillions will still find the cruiser's pegs a bit cramped for long rides. Interestingly, the windshield not just makes it fuel efficient and comfier, but also doesn't affect its performance as much. In our acceleration tests, the Celestial variant is just 0.4 seconds of the Interstellar variant, and similar is the case in our roll-on acceleration figures. In the real world, the difference is barely noticeable. Plus, when you actually accelerate that hard, you can tuck behind the windshield and save yourself from the wind blast. More comfortable and more fuel efficient. Not a bad deal for the 11,000 extra that you pay for the top trim, right? Well, things are not as straightforward. If you intend to do touring, then hands down the Celestial variant is the one for you. you're seated on a much more comfortable seat and you're saved from the wind blast, which means less fatigue, and that means more saddle time. But if you intend to stick to commuting and do some occasional weekend rides, then this is the one for you. And with the additional money that you save, you could opt for the RE's official bar and mirrors and also add that solo finisher kit to give your cruiser a bratty look. As for me, I prefer the Celestial variant since I do a fair share of highway riding. And since this is my long-termer, you'll be seeing more videos of this bike. So if you have any questions regarding the Super Meteor 650, do drop them in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer all of those questions in the next video. Until then, ciao.